In this video, you will learn how to multiply fractions using a guide code. Let me know if you have any further question or contribution in the comment section. It's math simply made simple. Enjoy.
Alright, good day guys. The topic before us today is multiplication of fraction. We've done addition and subtraction before now, so we're moving forward. Now, how do I multiply fraction? Well, I have a very short and interesting code for you that will guide you through the topic. Now, please listen. I call it the VD check, then you do the H. Again, the VD check, then you do the H. Now, what does VDH stand for? My V stands for vertical, my D for diagonal, and my H for horizontal. How do I apply VDH to multiplying fraction? Very simple. Now when you have fractions to multiply, you do your VD check first. Now what does VD check mean? I'll do my vertical check, I'll do my diagonal check. When I'm done with those two, then I can do the H, which means you multiply horizontally. When you have fractions, for instance, say 2 over 3 times and so on. Now, my V check means, okay, before that, let me explain vertical, just in case you've forgotten.
Vertical lines are lines that go from up to down. You could call them the standing line. Your diagonal lines go at an angle. I call them the leaning lines. While the horizontal line, they're the laziest of all. Always sleeping, they go from left to right. So those are your lines. Let's move on.
Now you do your V check first. That means you check your fraction up, down, up, down. You check the numerator and the denominator if there is a common factor there. That means if there's a number that can divide the both of them, that's your vertical check. So you check the first fraction, the second fraction, in case there are more than 2, third, fourth, and so on. If there is a common factor. If there is a number that can divide both the numerator and the denominator, then you divide it so you can divide no more. And once you've done your V check and you're done with that, you do your diagonal check. What does that mean? You check the diagonals if there is a common factor. If there's a common factor, the same thing, you divide the both of them till you can divide no more. Now once you're done with your VD check and you've divided everything thoroughly, then you can go ahead with your H. Now what does your H mean? Your H means you multiply horizontally, but you must have done your VD check first. Do we get that? So you do your VD check and then you multiply horizontally. Very simple. Let's do example so you get the concepts better. So example 1 here says 2 over 7 times 3 over 5. Our solution, remember you do your VD check, do your V check first. For my V check, I would go up to down. That's I'll check 2 and 7. Any common factor? No, nothing can divide but 2 and 7. Check the other fraction, 3 and 5. Obviously nothing. So I'm done with my V check since there is no other fraction here. For my diagonal, you can go to the right diagonal first. I have 3 and 7 here. The common factor, okay, 2 and 5. Still no common factor. Now what do I do in this case when there is no common factor at all? Then I just multiply horizontally. That means I'll just multiply 2 times 3 and over 7 times 5. Something like this. I'll do 2 over 3 times 7 over 5. Now my answer will be what? 2 times 3 is 6, 7 times 5. 35, so my answer is 6 over 45. Quite simple. Example 2. I have 3 over 7 times 21 over 5. Now our solution, remember you do your V check first. Okay, for my V check, my first fraction, 37, nothing can divide. 21, 5, oh, still nothing. Then I do my right diagonal first. For my right diagonal, I'm having 7 and 25. Is there a common factor here? Of course, yeah, there is. And what's the common factor? 7. 7 can divide the both of them. So what do? I'll divide. So I'll say 7 and 7. My answer should be 1. 7 and 21, my answer should be 3. Now, since there is no other thing that can divide 1 and 3, no common factor again, then I'll check my other diagonal, 3 and 5. Any common factor? No. So I'm done with my VD check. The next is to multiply horizontally. What am I multiplying? I'll multiply 3 that remains here times not 21 again because I've divided 21 already by 7. So I'll multiply by 3 instead. All over 1 times 5, something like this. So I'll have 3 times 3 over 1 times 5. So 3 times 3, 9 over 5. Remember, you can't leave your answer this way. You have to change to a mixed number because it's an improper fraction. So 5 and 9 will be one whole number, 4 over 5. Okay, final example, I have multiply 4 number 4 over 5 times 5 over 6. Now, how do I multiply a mixed number? Okay. Remember for addition, I said when you're adding and subtracting a mixed number, you would bring out the whole numbers and then add or subtract and then do the fraction separately. Please, for multiplication, it is never the case. When you have a mixed number, you would always change to an improper fraction. What I say, you always change to an improper fraction when you're multiplying fractions. So what I would have to change my 4 number 4 over 5 to an improper fraction. How do I do that? Very simple. 5 times 4, this 5 times this 4 whole number, that's 20. Then 20 plus the numerator, that's 24 over 5 times 5 over 6. So something like this. So I'm having 24 over 5 times 5 over 6. Now that it is number now. Right, so I can do my VD check. Remember your vertical check, 24 and 5, any common factor? No. 5 and 6, any common factor? Obviously no. Now for my right diagonal, I'm having 5 and 5, of course. 5 can divide both of them. Alright, so I would say 5 and 5, 1, 5 and 5, 1. Okay, and that's all for the right. Now for the left diagonal, I have 6 and 24. Any common factor? Yeah, 6 can divide both of them. So I would say 6 and 6, 1, 6 and 24, 4. Very good. Now I'm done with my VD check. The next to do my H. Now I'm to multiply horizontally, friends. So multiplying horizontally, I would say 4 times 1. Remember, you're multiplying what is left, not the original numbers, over 1 times 1. So 4 times 1, 4 over 1. Now 4 over 1 will eventually give me what? 4. And that's the answer. So this is very simple. Just follow the steps and then you have no problem. One final thing before we end this video is, in case you're having a whole number multiplied by a fraction, say you're having 4 times 3 over 8, always know or always make sure that you change your whole number to a fraction to avoid confusion. That means I would say 4 over 1 times 3 over 8. That's all for today's class. I believe and I hope you understand. In case you have any other question, just let me know at the comment section and then I will attend to it. Alright, so that will be all for today. Bye for now.
Drop it.